Hey guys, this is Marshmallow and Fluff here, and I'm going to be showing a deck profile on Evols. So let's see what this man has to tell us.
Okay, first off, we're going to start with staples. 3 Najashos. These guys are stupid good for the reason that whenever they are tributed, as long as they're on the field, when they are tributed, special summon Evolsaur from your deck. And you tend to combo them with Evo Force, which you tribute one Evoltile monster, special summon Evolsaur monster from your deck. That monster is treated as if it was special summoned by an Evoltile monster, so they get their effects. Then you have 3 Westlows. 1900 defense. When it's flipped, special summon Evolsaur from your deck. Just that simple. And then for your dinosaurs, run 3 Ceratos. These guys are your big boys. They start off at 1900, but when they're special summoned, they gain 200. When they're special summoned by the effect of an Evoltile monster, they gain 200 attack, and when they destroy an opponent's monster by battle, you can add 1 Evoltile from your hand. So you pull him out, you have an Evo Force in your hand, you destroy a monster, add a Najasho, you're set. Next up, we have Diplos. Not everybody runs 3, but I do because that is basically extra MSTs. Because when it is special summoned by the effect of a Evoltile, just target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls, destroy it. Next up is 3 Evo Diversities. These are search cards. It's versatile in that if you don't have an Evoltile but you have this card, just play it and you got an Evoltile, one that you need. And you can pick an Evolsaur, but most people don't do that, namely because dinosaurs in your hand are dead. Next up, for your, obviously, Pot of Avarice, because you're going to burn through cards very quickly, especially once you get your Evolzars out. You will burn through them. Horn of Heaven can be considered a staple. It's really not, because you just, whenever your opponent would summon a monster, tribute 1 monster you control and negate and destroy it. And next up, for obviously 2 MSTs, because you have, if you're running 3 Diplos, you basically have 5 MSTs. If you run 3, that's 6 right there. Obviously run Mirror Forces, Bottomless, and this isn't really considered a staple, and most people don't run it, but these are extremely good. It's Evo Karma. Whenever a monster or monsters is special summoned by the effect of a volatile monster that I control, your opponent cannot activate any cards or effects in response to those special summons. So Bottomless, no. Anything Torrential, no. Transmigration of Prophecy, that's in there because it's just 2 cards that you can put right back into your deck. Or if you're playing against Dark Worlds and this is your only trap on the field, you can they ditch Grapha. You can target 1 monster in your 1 card in your graveyard, and they're Grapha, and shuffle them right back. Even though some people say shuffling Grapha back is a stupid idea, but
it's great for Inzectors too.
Yep. Not everybody runs Volcano, but most do, because it's basically a Monster Reborn. Special summon by an Evoltile, target 1 Evolsaur in your graveyard, special summon it. So If you have like a Diplo in your graveyard because it was torrentialed, just special him, pull him out. Now you have an instant rank 4. These bad boys. These are your beaters.
Pyrex.
Because even if they have something bigger than 2800 attack, as long as it can be destroyed by a card effect, Pyrex is your man. And because you burn through monsters very quickly, you can have 5 fires in your graveyard, no problem. And because all of the Evol tiles, Evol swords, and even the Evol Czars are fire types, you can drop him, no problem. It's like, oh, this is going for a while. You've got a BLS now, drop. Anything big that can be destroyed by card effects, drop. There is a downside to his destruction effect, and that is that you take half the attack, but so does your opponent. You also, that's that. These 6 cards are for a specific build. Obviously, the Darwino build. Star Changer obviously ruins your, like, it can ruin your opponent's day, especially if they have 2 level 4s and they're attacking. You can use that. You can use Star Changer, chain it to the attack, and make it a lower level or a higher level. Darwino has a similar effect to Star Changer. When he's special summoned by any volatile effect, you can target any monster on the field that's face up and increase their level by up to 2. So if they can't attack, if they can attack over your Westlow, but they can't attack over Darwino, who has 2200, just easily pull him out and either increase your Westlow's level or increase their other monsters' level, so it'll disrupt them. Elias, when it's special summoned by any volatile, you can special summon a level 6 or lower fire dinosaur type monster from your hand. So, say it's your turn, your opponent passed the turn, and you have a Star Changer. You can flip Westlaw, pull out Elias, drop Darwino, and then use Star Changer to increase Darwino to level 6. Obviously, that allows you to... These 2 right here are mostly for pulling out rank 5s and rank 6s, as the others cannot. Alright, time to move on to the extra deck.
Okay.
This guy, I suggest running highly, because if your opponent hasn't been attacking your Westlows, because they know they're Westlows, it kind of helps fill up, that causes a problem, because it fills up your field with unused Westlows, and if you don't have Evil Forces in your hand, they're just sitting there no good, either as walls or just little weaklings, because they're only 700 attack. But Lion Emperor here requires 2 level 3 fire monsters, and once per turn, detach a material, target 1 fire monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand. But you can't normal or special summon that monster or a monster with the same name for the rest of the turn. So, if you burn through all your Najashos because your opponent's been stopping them, you can add a Najasho back to your hand. I run 2 Dolkas. Some people run 3, but the minimum is 2 because requires 2 level 4 dinosaurs. During either player's turn, whenever a monster effect activates, you can detach a material from this card, negate the activation, and destroy it. It's pretty awesome because you can do it up to 4 times if you have 2 of them on the field. Next up, 3 Lagias. 3 Lagias is a must because they burn through both their materials when using their effect, and it's basically a Solemn Judgment, only it can't stop monster effects. Stop everything else. And It's 2400 attack.
That's what Dolka's for, though, negating Logia,
Yep.
or negating
Yeah.
monster effects.
And as you saw with the monster attacks, 23 and 24, they're easily overrun. But that's where your Pyrorexes come in. Helps you helps stop that. Next up, because of this particular build, because I'm running Elias and Darwino, I'm running Solda. These are very good. A lot of people underestimate them, but they are difficult to get out because it is all the Evolzars require dinosaur-type monsters for their XYZ materials. Obviously, he's a rank 6. He's got 2600 attacks, so he does help get over some things that can't be gotten over by with Logia and Dolka. As long as he's got XYZ materials, he cannot be destroyed by card effects. So Dark Hole, Torrential, Bottomless, he's staying. The only way you can really stop him is by running him over. And whenever your opponent tries to special summon, whenever your opponent special summons monster or monsters, you can detach material, destroy all the monsters that they just special summoned right then. And it's one material.
So that can stop Rescue Rabbit?
Yep. If they use Rescue Rabbit, they banish it, they bring out whatever you see they're going against, attach one, they're gone.
That's pretty good.
Stops Grapha too. And Bouncer. He's a little bit bigger than Solda, but he also has an effect similar to Dolka. Only difference is he doesn't destroy, but he does deal damage, 1,000 points of damage to your opponent whenever he negates an effect. So, detach one, negate the monster effect, they take 1,000. Now, because Freezerdon and Volcasaurus aren't out right now, I don't have them. But if you're running Darwino, I highly suggest running Volcasaurus and Freezerdon. What they do is that Freezerdon, whenever you would detach a material for an effect, say you have Logia and Freezerdon. Instead of detaching 2 from Logia, you can detach 1 from Logia and 1 from Freezerdon. So that's 2 negates. If you have either Solda or Dolka out, when they would detach, you can detach 1 from Freezerdon and they still have their materials. So you can so it's 4 Dolkas, 4 Soldas, 2 Logias, and Volcasaurus has basically a Ring of Destruction effect. Only you don't take the damage. They're both Volcasaurus and Freezerdon are rank 5s. So it requires 2 level 5s. Volcasaurus, detach 1, target 1 monster your opponent controls. Target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it, deal damage to the opponent equal to that monster's attack. So, if you don't have Pyrex, but you have a Westlow and a Darwino, you can flip Westlow, special summon Darwino from your deck, make Westlow level 5, overlay for either Freezerdon or Volcasaurus, whichever you need, and go from there.
Alright, is that everything you want to share with us?
That's everything.
Alright guys, well this has been a deck profile on Evols, so stay tuned and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later.